On June 12, 2026, Mark Zuckerberg reportedly sent Meta employees a memo. Not a product launch, not a motivational post, not another "we are building the future of connection" speech. A memo, and inside that memo was a very human sentence: "We have made mistakes." That sentence matters because Meta had just done something massive. It had laid off around 10% of its workforce globally, moved 7,000 employees into AI related initiatives, and reorganized parts of the company around AI workflows. Reuters reported that Zuckerberg also told employees that he wanted more stability going forward. And this is where the story gets interesting because from outside, Meta looks confusing. New Spark, AI agent, metaverse, marketplace, ads, creators, and reels. So, what does Meta actually do now? I went down the rabbit hole, and the answer was not social media, not metaverse, it was not simply AI. The answer was darker, smarter, and honestly more impressive. Meta is trying to turn world's biggest attention machine into world's most personal AI machine. And the biggest insight comes at the end. He's chasing AI because he never wants Meta to be controlled by someone else again. Chapter 1: The Money Machine no one can ignore. Let's start with the boring truth. Meta is still an advertising company. In Q1 2026, Meta made $56.31 billion in revenue, and that's the revenue figure in 3 months. Out of that, 55.02 billion came from advertising. This means the company called Meta is mostly Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and the ads running around your attention. Do this math with me. Meta had 3.56 billion daily active people across its family of apps in March 2026. That means almost half of the planet touches Meta's ecosystem daily. So when people say Facebook is dead, they're usually talking about their personal feed. But you know what? Wall Street is not looking at your feed. Wall Street is looking at this. Ad impressions up 19% year over year. Average price per ad up 12% year over year. Operating margins still 41%. That is not a dead company. That's a money printer. As an investor, when I look at Meta, I really don't care about the AI products they are coming up with. What I look at is the source of revenue. And for this, the answer is very simple: ads. But here's the twist: Meta is not spending like an ad company anymore. It is spending like a country building an AI army. So the big question is, where is all this ad money going? Because Meta is not just optimizing discovery anymore. It is trying to own the assistant that tells you what to discover. Chapter 2: Metaverse became the warm-up act. In the year 2021, Facebook renamed itself Meta. The pitch was Metaverse is the next internet. But financially, Reality Labs has been brutal. For full year 2025, Reality Labs made 2.21 billion in revenue and lost 19.19 billion from operation. In Q1 2026 alone, it made $402 million and lost 4.03 billion. And this is the part where most people say Metaverse failed. But that's only the half truth. The VR dream did not become mainstream, but the hardware work did not disappear. It mutated from headsets to glasses. Meta's 2026 hardware story is not put a bulky computer on your face. It is to put AI into something that looks normal enough to wear all day. Reuters reported in March 2026 that Meta launched a new Ray-Ban prescription smart glasses priced at $499 and noted Meta already dominated the smart glasses shipments in 2025 with 76.1% share. And that matters because AI needs eyes. ChatGPT sees what you upload. Gemini sees what you show it, but glasses can see what you see. And this is where Meta's AI story becomes very different from OpenAI's. Chapter 3: Meta doesn't want a chatbot. It wants a companion. On April 8, 2026, Meta announced Muse Spark, the first model from Meta Superintelligence Lab. Meta said Muse Spark powers Meta AI, supports multimodal reasoning, and is rolling out across Meta AI, Ray-Ban Meta, Oakley Meta, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, Threads, and glasses. That is the strategy. OpenAI has ChatGPT, Google has Gemini, Anthropic has Claude, Meta has distribution. Meta does not need you to open a new app. It can pull AI inside the app you already use. Inside WhatsApp group chats, inside Instagram search, inside Facebook Marketplace, inside glasses. Meta even described shopping features where Meta AI can search marketplace listing near you and options from internet together. This is not just ask AI a question. This is AI entering the decision layer. What you buy, where you go, what to watch, what to message, which product to compare, and which creator to follow. But to build all this, Meta needs something much bigger than a model. Chapter 4, $125 billion infrastructure bet. Meta's AI spending is now the real story. In Q1 2026, Meta raised full year capital expenditure guidance to $125 billion to $145 billion. And this is not just servers. Reuters reported that Meta is investing $115 million into a training program for data center technician jobs as a part of its larger $600 billion US infrastructure and job pledge over 3 years. That's why the metaverse suddenly looks small, because building metaverse was expensive. But building frontier AI means data center, chips, power, cooling, talent, model, and distribution. But building frontier AI means data centers, chips, power, cooling, talent models, and distribution. This is where Zuckerberg's fear makes sense. For years, Meta depended on Apple and Google for mobile distribution. Apple controlled the iPhone, Google controlled Android, App Store controls the gate. But AI could become the next gate. Because if your assistant decides what app to open, what product to buy, what creator to watch, and what message to send, then the assistant becomes the new operating system. Meta does not want to rent that layer from OpenAI, Google, or Apple. Meta wants to own it. But this AI pivot is not only changing products, it's changing Meta employees. Chapter 5, Meta is using AI on itself. Here is a hidden angle. Meta is not just rebuilding AI for users. Meta is rebuilding Meta around AI. Reuters reported that Meta planned to move 7,000 employees into AI workforce initiatives, closed 6,000 open roles, and created flatter AI native teams. Some teams are aimed in developing AI agents that can perform tasks currently done by human staff. And then came the most controversial part. Meta planned to collect employees' mouse movements, clicks, keystrokes, and other computer actions as AI training data. After employees backlashed, Reuters reported Meta scaled back elements of the plan, adding pause and exemption options. This is the episode's most important production moment, because this shows what Meta thinks work becomes. Not AI that helps you write email, more like AI watches how work gets done, AI learns from the workflows, AI become the worker, humans become the supervisors. But is it true, or we are training our replacements? And that's why the bear case becomes impossible to ignore. Let's argue against the entire story. Meta's AI pivot might be powerful, but it also is messy. First, the company still makes a lot of money from ads. In 2025, Meta made almost $200 billion total revenue, and almost $196 billion was from advertising. Second, Reality Labs loses billions. Reality Labs reduced 2025 operating profits by about $19.19 billion and expects 2026 Reality Labs operating loss to remain similar. Third, employees are pushing back. Reuters report petition, complaints, and internal backlash around restructuring and tracking software. Fourth, privacy risk is not theoretical. Wired reported Meta removed face recognition components after Wired identified unreleased face recognition code and reported the system was never publicly enabled. So yes, Meta could become the consumer AI layer, but it could also become the company that spends like a AI lab, fights like a social network, and gets regulated like a surveillance machine. That is the bear case, and it is strong. But here's why markets still take Meta seriously. The final answer: what Meta actually does. So what does Meta actually do now? It sells attention. That is still the core. But in 2026, Meta is using AI to make that attention more valuable. Better recommendation, better ads, better creator discovery, better shopping, better messaging, better agents, and better classes. Meta's family of apps reported 26.9 billion operating income in Q1 2026, while Reality Labs lost 4.03 billion. That tells you the truth. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger funds the future. AI and glasses are the future being funded. So Cash Engine is ads, Future Engine is AI agents and glasses, and Zuckerberg's real obsession is control. He does not want Apple to control distribution. He does not want Google to control search. He does not want OpenAI to control intelligence. He does not want next platform shift to happen above Meta's head. And that's what this company is spending on. That's why employees are being moved into AI. That's why glasses matters. And that's why Metaverse did not fully die. It became the hardware part of AI. As a builder and an investor, this is the lesson that I take from Meta. Compounding is not only about money, it's also about distribution. Meta spent 20 years collecting users, attention, data, advertisers, creators, and social graphs. Now Zuckerberg is trying to compound all of that into AI. And honestly, I don't know if he pulls it off. But I understand the fear. Because in tech, the biggest companies don't die when they lose money. They die when the next platform makes them irrelevant. And Meta's entire 2026 strategy is one giant answer to that fear of not becoming irrelevant.